Next up, we have a very common topic in any data infrastructure, which is setting variables. And this is something that you're going to have maybe default values or things that you want consistently set a certain way. This is a way you could do this. And this can be set at the project level again. So dbt project.yaml is where we'll do this. If we look at the documentation, first, this is how it's going to be referenced. So we'll see a reference like this, and we're going to add this in our project. It's using the var Jinja function, which again looks like a macro. It's all kind of flowing the same way. And within our project, we define them through the vars attribute. So you can put it wherever you want. We'll match it here and put it under config version. And you can set them here. You can also give default values as well if necessary. This is how it looks. So let's go to our project and we'll go up under here. And you could put it up under here, or we could do it down here. It doesn't really matter. We'll put them down here just to keep them out of the way. So the key word here is vars, and then enter, space in, because we're working with YAML. And then it's the key value. So the name of your variable and the value you want to give it. We'll do a very simple and kind of boring example. We'll just say default string, because this is something that maybe you have some empty strings. You want to set it a certain way so it's consistent in your warehouse. This is how you could do that. So we'll set this as NA. Why not? So now our project has a default string variable that will always return this value wherever we set it. So let's use it. We'll do this in our staging model, and I think this is the most appropriate place to use it, because remember, staging is handling those source-centric changes. If we want to cast something or add default values, that's the place to do it, right at the front, right at the beginning of your project. So this time we'll go to the Avengers model. Let's open this up, and I think you could probably see where this is going to happen. We already have hard-coded here NA, so we'll just replace this with the variable. So if we look at what we have here, we're going to want the double quotes, var, and within here, we'll put the name of the variable within the quotes. So in our case, it's default string. And then what this is going to do when it compiles is replace this. It's going to find this under vars and replace it with this value. So let's do a dbt compile to see how this looks. Now it's giving us a warning here that we have these resource paths, but there's no models, there's nothing in here. So it's just warning us here, but we'll add that later. Let's go to target, compiled, and we can see here that it's working as expected. So that's how you would add variables to your project. It's pretty easy and just a good practice for keeping your data pretty clean throughout your project.